Now it's a party. Is this thing on? Let me make sure I have the right mic. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let's see. I do. Yay. Hello. Okay. Let's see if you can hear this. Ready? Get your shit together and get your chakras cleaned. Here you go. There you go. Listen, it's Friday. Woo. I made that strong. My bad. Anywho, hi. How are you? What have you been doing? What happened this week? Did you have a good week? How was my week? Mine was good. I made a mess over here. So I don't know if you've seen that whole um, teenage dirtbag thing they've been doing on Instagram. You do reels and it's like pictures of yourself when you're a teenager. It's very funny. The ones I like the best are people's pets when they just show them when they're younger. I'm going to do one for Gidget, actually. It'll probably be just a compilation of all of her stare stomp hops, which I think would be funny. Oh, hi, Anna. How are you? What's your adult beverage today? What were we talking about today? You messaged me about something, man. I don't know about you all. I was talking to my friend Gigi the other day, and we were talking about the dropout, which I don't know if you've seen that yet, because I'm already low grade obsessed enough with Elizabeth Holmes and her bullshit. So, I mean, I've been following that story. I have to give Denise Onifree Moore a shout out because she's the one that got me obsessed with that. Uh, Leg out photos be a killer collage. Yes, it would. The one leg, though. Yes, it would be a collage. That would actually be awesome. And what were we talking about, though, Anna? Because you messaged me earlier and I was cracking up. Oh, oh, because um, I was at well, it's not a job site anymore. It's a really cold hotel downtown town called the Slate, the old Emily Griffith. And so they were putting up this amazing piece of artwork. So yeah, it's an old Emily Griffith school that they turned into a hotel. So it has the whole school theme, chalkboards, the whole nine. So I posted this picture because I was at the hotel and they were putting up this really cool thing on the side of the hotel. So the funny thing about it is the kid that's with me, and you're going to get out some Martha Stewart wine. Yes. The kid that was with me, he's explaining to me what this is, right? So this kid, whoa, what happened here? Hold on a second. Yikes. Okay, apparently the sun is setting at a weird angle nowadays. Good God. It was like a searing my eyeballs. Is that better? So I'd say this guy's was about 27. So I'm 57. So I got 30 years on this kid. So we're looking out the window and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he goes, well, you know what that is? So, the old typewriters. And I was like, wait, dude, do you know how old I am? I'm like, dude, this is the kind of shit we had when we were kids. So it's so cool. Like, let's hope this focuses because it's such a cool, come on, do it. Yeah. So they're putting up this old Selectric, the ball. It's like and it says Emily's Alley. That was for Emily Griffith. So they're putting this on the side of the building, right? And I mean, it's so cool, right? Remember the Selectric typewriters where there was the ball, but it was just I could not get over how funny it was that Mr. Man is explaining to me, yeah, what that is. But it is cool. Look how they put it up on the side of the building. Oh, come on, you got this. Whoop, come on. You got this. Anyway, how funny is that though? So I could not stop laughing. I was like, listen, son, let me let you know that not only did I type on things that were like that, but I typed on, we did have electric typewriters at least. In fact, no. Well, let's see. I probably started in junior high. So that had to be like 78, 79. So I'm sure we had the old non-electric with the big legs. I don't know why I thought that was so funny how he was like explaining it to me. And I'm like, oh, honey, I was there. Yeah, I was that many years old when you found out that I was there for that. Anywho, I thought that was really funny. but it's such a cool little piece of artwork, That was kind of a neat thing. So, anywho, that was, some of my things this week. How about you? What's everybody up to? Yeah, I know. Anna, I don't know why I was just like, yeah, I kind of know what that is, Mr. Man. So I got my booster, my fourth booster. I got my booster, and I'm going to do my nails while we talk. I'm going to do my press on nails today. I've been getting the shellac done quite a bit, but I just decided I don't feel like going to getting my nails done. I'm just going to buy these little press-ons, which are super, super fun. So join me while I do this. Watch me give myself a mani. Gidget is here, by the way. Hey, ma'am. Here she is. Let me get her real quick. Hold, please. Hi, dudes. Hi. Here she is, little teenage dirtbag. Oh, she is. Hi. Yeah, because, well, she's 9 now, so she's getting up there. Yeah, you remember how those typewriters sounded? Do you hear that? Is that the sound of your teats? It is. She has many teats. She sure does. So, anywho, yeah, there she is. Come a kiss. Thank you so much. All right, Mom's going to do her nails. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, let me get a drink. What's everybody drinking? Are you getting your wine out? So yeah, I kind of made a mess over here because I'm going through all the old pictures. I'm supposed to be going to Phoenix next week. So I'm excited about that. And I'm hopefully going to get to see my nephew, who is now, he's going to be 20. Is he 21 yet? Oh, yeah. Well, he was born in 2001. So yes, he is. He'll be 21 in December. So, and I've seen him since then, but I was cracking up because I was looking through all the old pictures. And here's me and Dominic when he was a baby. How cute is that little buddy? He's so cute. You should see him now. He's such a handsome guy. So that's me and Dominic. Yeah. And I think that was 2002. Yes. So I can't wait to see him. He's a tall, just fabulous young man. He's very spiritual. I love him. He's an empath like his auntie. So he's an HSP, a highly sensitive person. Not an easy thing to do for men to be. Do you know what I mean? I talk with him a lot about that because, it's not easy to, to wear your heart on your sleeve and be a sensitive person. We need more like that in the world, right? You might want to walk down and purchase the adult Bev. Nice. Little son has your car and on a construction job. He's on this week. Good for him. Yay for your son being in construction. You know how I feel about that. So, okay. So, yes, I'm going to go to Phoenix next week. I'm hoping to do a car promo because I want to go to Sedona. Has anybody been to Sedona? So, hopefully, I get to see the nephew, see some friends. I got a couple little friends down there. As you know, my friend Shauna got married. My friend Brian, who came to see me this summer, I'm going to see him and all kinds of good stuff. So, yes. And then hopefully Dominic Robert Joseph Voss. That's my nephew. All right. So listen, so I got my 4th shot this week. I did really well, I have to tell you. Oh yeah, the Rage Create guy. Absolutely. Heath. Oh my God. He's a feeler. That's why he does so well with his cards. Speaking of which, I do have the cards out, so I will pull one for you today. Okay. But if you have any special requests, I will definitely do that. So here's the little nails. Aren't they good? They're going to be, whoops, so cute. They're like this blue color. If you haven't tried these before, the brand is called Kiss, Kiss. I love to spell things. You ever notice that? I'll say something and then I'll spell it out for you. Like you can't understand it. It helps people a lot. I'm just saying. So anyway, so yeah, I got my booster shot and I got my flu shot. So I got tag teamed. Let me tell you something. Now, I don't know if you had an older sibling as a kid, but we played 2 for flinching or Hertz donut. You'd be like, ooh, you want a Hertz donut? Sure. Then they punch you in your arm. Hertz donut. I didn't say it was nice. I just said that's what happened. My brother. God. Anyway, or the 2 for flinching is a great one too. Then you get punched in the arm if you flinch. And so I feel like I lost a 2 for flinching bet on Thursday. Yeah, spelling it out is because some spellings are sus. Absolutely. Some brands, they have all kinds of weird stuff. That's right, honey. So So got the shots. I got it on Wednesday at Walgreens. Not a fan of Walgreens still because, they've allowed their employees to actively refuse to serve someone when they're buying any kind of birth control. Fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. You hear about that? That was a couple weeks ago. Like some of their staff were like, you'll have to get a manager because it's against my beliefs that you're buying these condoms. That happened, right? Fuck. So anyway, plus, let me lead to where I'm going with this. Or punch bugs. Yeah, yeah, punch slug bugs, right? Punch bugs. Good one. So I get the shots and I did pretty well. So I've gotten everything this year. I got if you're over 45 or 50, even you haven't gotten these, you need to. I got Shingrix, which is a series of 2 shots for shingles. And if you haven't gotten shingles, don't. I highly not recommend it. I haven't. I'm so glad I got the vaccine, but in fact when I went and got my last shot, my 3rd booster shot, the gal, she was so cute at Walgreens, was like, "Hey, if you do anything, go get your shingle shot. Do not walk, run to go get your shingle shot." Right? Cheers. Mm. So I did, and from what I understand, ooh, excuse me, shingles sucks. Like sucks the suck of the suck balls. Right. So I did get my shingle shot. That one wasn't bad. Didn't have a hard time with any of my vaccinations. So I got the 4th vaccine in one and the flu shot in the other. I had like matching Walgreens band-aids, which you know what I think the Walgreens logo looks like, the Washington Nationals. I always say that. Oh, congrats. Walgreens won the World Series. I always think it's funny. So I get my shot and I come back and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just lay on the couch. I specifically made sure that I had no plans for Thursday, for Wednesday night or Thursday, right? Nope, not doing anything, gonna stay at home. And by the way, if you are commenting and I'm not seeing them, sorry. And maybe let's see. So I know Gidget is live. Let's see if I can see it on because it's live on Gidget's page and it's also live on. Let's see. So I know Gidget is live. Excuse me. Sorry. You hear me twice. Anyway, if I'm not commenting, maybe comment again or message me and be like, "Bitch, I'm talking to you." Okay, so then, yeah, I just decided I'm gonna stay home on a Wednesday night. And I start watching The Dropout. Now, if you haven't seen The Dropout, I know Joe's watching. Hi, Joe. Yes, Popey, you need to get your shingle shot. You get the shitty shingle shot. Please do. Please, please, please do. In fact, I got the first shot and then I was like, I need to get the second shot, but you need to wait like 2 months. So of course we all get so busy. And then I ran into a friend whose wife got shingles and he was like, for the love of God, go get the shingles shot. Because the other thing that they said that's interesting is that there's sometimes that it's not something you get and get over some right away sometimes. Sometimes you have nerve damage. Sometimes my grandmother apparently. So I remember my grandma had it under her boobs and she had big knockers too. Apparently something I didn't get. So does my mom. Also something I didn't get, big knockers. So, well, same. So she had it under her boobs and I just remember her being so miserable. Poor Dorothy Mae Morrow, that was my grandma, and so but mom said that apparently, like, she just had damage, like, she was really in a lot of pain the rest of her life because of the shingles damage, so, all right, there's your public service announcement, and listen, your insurance covers it. I think everything has been covered. I haven't paid for any of that because of my insurance, so hopefully you have insurance. So here I go, and so I decided I'm just gonna stay home and I'm gonna watch The Dropout. Now, if you haven't watched it, it's on Hulu, and apparently, what's her name? I forgot her name. She was in Mean Girls. Oh my god, she's so cute, blonde. I think she was also in what's the Dancing Queen one? Oh, the one that's the ABBA song. She's very cute. Anna something. Man, big knockers are somewhat overrated. Man, I would take a day with big knockers. I really would, and I know I can have and I understand, but I mean, just one day with just, like, D-sized boobs, and I would have Drew knows this. Drew Lancelot, my podcast producer and good friend, he's heard me talk about 2 things that I would love to have for one day. One is big boobs, and again, I don't want yeah, I could, put in, like, things under my bra, but I mean, I literally want, like, cleavage that I could just throw around, and then my other thing that I would wanna have, and I would say, like, a day or 2 for both, is a big dick. How fun would that be as a woman, right? I mean, I would just whip that thing around like a baby elephant. I would pee on things. I would do all kinds of things. I really would. Those don't sound overrated either. I'm not saying, yeah, listen, I'm gonna do a whole podcast on this. And I'm gonna says this Popey. Dave Glazer, who is a local guy here, he is gonna come on my podcast and we're gonna do an episode called Dating Tips and Dick Pics. Um, yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway, I just think that would be very interesting. Arthur, you actually haven't seen them, but thank you. But you've seen them in a top. I do have great boobs. Thank you, my friend. This is gonna make me blush. I mean, listen, here's a great thing about having small boobs at this age. They're very perky still. However, just one day with like a low cut top or really tight dress. Yeah. All right. And then, you heard me what I said about the other thing, that would be fun for both. Anyway, I am easily amused. On that note, okay, so let's go back to the dropout. So what is her name? Come on, you guys. Yeah, thank you. I'm getting the votes from my boobs. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Hi, Holly. Hi, babe. How are you? Gidget's right back here. She's doing her nightly ablutions of her paws. Holly, you just missed me talking about loving to have one. I would love to have a day of big knockers and then like a day or two with big boobs and then a day or two with a big dick. Just walking around. Just again, peeing on things, whipping it around, shaking it at people, having sex, whatever. Oh boy, I've just started this cocktail. So, what is her name though? We're gonna go back to this. I know. So, what's the gal that's in the dropout? Amanda Seyfried. I didn't even have to look it up. Yay me. So she is. So I started listening to because of Denise. I started listening to that podcast that was on ABC about Theranos and the whole thing. And this was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, and see, now the nails are done. Aren't they fun? These are just the little press-ons. Super cute, right? I'll get them done next week before I go to um yay. It helps accentuate my broken finger, which actually helps me play guitar better. So, I got to give me that. I was playing soccer with one of Charlie's kids like 4 years ago, and I smacked it and I didn't realize that it broke, and so now it's crooked. But now, see, I can do a good chord with it. Okay, so the dropout. Who's seen it, by the way? And if you've seen it, we need to get together and talk about it because I'm obsessed. I've been obsessed with Elizabeth Holmes and her bullshit for like 3 years. Okay, so then I start following John Carreyrou, who's the Wall Street Journal reporter who broke the story. Which, by the way, I love the actor that plays him in The Dropout. It's the guy that he's in The Bear also. And if you haven't seen The Bear, it's so, so, so good. I love the guy that's in it. He was Philip in Shameless. And the guy that plays his kind of sketchy cousin in it plays John Carreyrou in this. And I have a crush on that guy. He's really, really cute. Hi Ginger, how's my girl? How's your pops doing? Look at beautiful girl. Your cousin Gidget is right back here. She's just doing her little thing. Oh, Debbie Adams. Hi, Lovey. Debbie has been on a couple of my podcasts lately. Speaking of podcasts, she's been on Shit We Don't Talk About. Oh gosh, we had a good chat. Debbie, did I tell you that my cousin reached out to me and was like, "Oh my God, I love Debbie Adams. She loved your episode." So I'm going to post a link to her too. So The Dropout is on Hulu. It's 8 episodes. I watched I watched well, I had watched the first episode. So I watched 7 hours of it. I basically like dozed a little bit because I actually ended up not feeling that bad with the booster. But I cannot tell you, that is like, so Popey, you've seen it. It is fascinating to watch. Like, it is such a dumpster fire. And you just see how long this went on for. Now, the gal that played Roseanne's sister, I love her. She plays the professor that from the very beginning was telling Elizabeth Holmes, "You're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You're messing with people's lives. You're, whatever." And it's just, it's so, so, so good. And it's chilling because, she still hasn't been, she's been convicted, which, she had to really, really be bad because she spent tens of millions of dollars, I'm assuming, on her attorney fees. And she still got 4 counts out of, I believe, 11. But when you think about the people too that she fooled with these blood tests, now, do you guys know this story? And then there's this whole scene where, like, Walgreens and another pharmaceutical company are just being like big dick, bad big dick energy of fighting to get these blood tests. And then finally, Walgreens, speaking of Walgreens, finally calls her bluff on it because they're like, these things aren't working. And yeah, Elizabeth Holmes scared you. Why? Because of her giant friggin' eyeballs. If I heard one more person talk about her piercing blue eyes, I'm like, you mean her big buggy ass eyeballs? No. And the voice thing, ugh, so annoying. And George Schultz, shame on him. I really felt badly for him. There's a book that his grandson Tyler, actually, it was a short podcast series. Well, he wrote a book and then he did a podcast series. So look up Tyler Schultz in podcasts. Or no, it's an audiobook. It's an audiobook. It's really, really good. And then Erica Chung, who also was the other whistleblower. Oh my God, she is so amazing. I'm so glad she did so well. But I mean, they had to spend so much money in defending themselves because they really, really went after them. But there's this like delicious scene with the Wall Street Journal, I think the editor, and then John Carreyrou, who, by the way, follows me on Twitter. It was a moment. It was a moment because I was tweeting him because he wrote this whole book called Bad Blood, and then he did a whole podcast during the actual trial as well. So I mean, if you really want to dig into it, that was just a fabulous thing too, because he's literally each week after each week of days in court, he would do a whole breakdown of it. Oh God, Popey's in. Yes, she says. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Mm. I mean, obsessed. So, yeah, that was my day on Wednesday. I would really recommend it. At first, I didn't want to see it because I've actually seen a lot of the documentaries about it. The one that made me one of the parts that made me the saddest was one of his yes, was one of the employees. His name is Ian. So Ian Dropout. And that part of the story was very, very, very sad. Ian Gibbons. And so he was a friend of hers. His name was on a lot of the patents. And so he was in it from the very beginning. And then he finally was like, listen, you're really kind of full of shit. Oh, I got the tuning fork here, Debbie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let's stop for a second. Let's just, and then I'll come back to Ian Gibbons. Don't let me forget. Yeah, Popey says you grew up in Silicon Valley, and it was real. Yeah, and Anna, yeah, you Googled her and remember thinking her thing was a scam. Yeah, I mean, it was bad. It was bad, you guys. Okay, listen. Put your feet on the ground. Put your butt, get your butt, your sits bones. Take a deep breath in. Into your teats, into your seatsies. Hold it in like a bong hit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this so maybe you can see Gidget and the big mess behind me. Take one in again. Ooh, yeah. And let me know if you want me to leave you a message with this. I will. Mm. Having this as a message is so nice because you can just play it over and over again. All right. So Ian Gibbons. So, and I love the actor who played him in that as a British actor. It's really, really great. Basically, they fired him. So she brings on Sonny, who's just a whole other hot mess of gross, right? They're just both so gross. You're carrying the cell phone. You're at the wine place. Tell everybody, hey, let me know what you get. So Yeah, so they fire him because he's just like, "Listen, you guys are full of shit. This isn't working. This is not working." And then there's this horrible scene too where they're going to these cancer treatment places in Arizona. You hear the stories of these people that got these wrong test results. I mean, one woman thought something was wrong with her baby and she was going to have to abort her baby. And which I'm pro abortion. Please know I'm so pro abortion. I'm so pro choice. Never, never forget that. Get to the polls in November too. Very important. However, so she thinks so they're like, oh my gosh, they're thinking, oh, something's wrong with the baby, and then they just decide they're going to wait it out. Of course, the baby is fine because they got the wrong blood test. So that was the thing with Elizabeth Holmes too. Is she really was kind of in this like Silicon Valley, so she was thinking like somebody that was just doing more of a tech type of thing as opposed to this life saving stuff. Ooh, girl. So first they fire Ian Gibbons, and then and you hear his wife talk a lot in these podcasts, not just this one because this again is this is a whole mini series with actors. But yeah, Ian Gibbons' wife just like she gives no fucks about Dykes being out loud and proud about it. All right, what's going on here? So so first they fire him and then they are like, oh gosh, we got to bring him back. And so they bring him back, but they demote him and they stick him like in like with the general population, and he has no access to any of the labs. So he can't even do what he loves, which is be a scientist, right? Sorry, hold on. So, be a scientist, do her thing and or just do his thing, sorry. And so, he sits there and he's just miserable. And then it gets to the point where like he knows that they're going to keep coming after him and they're just going to treat him horribly. And he says to his wife, like, do you think they're going to fire me? And she says, yes, well, he kills himself. And this is true. This is true story, y'all. This is not me talking about some dramatization. This man, Ian Gibbons, kills himself. And basically all they do is they come and take all of his stuff. Nobody from Theranos actually contacts her. They just come and take the computers. They take everything. And so it turns out, now I don't know if the timing was actually that or if they did just dramatize it, but there had been, a suit against them. And so, um, like they show in the movie of basically Elizabeth Holmes like, well, good, now he can't testify against us, and they never said anything to her. So a couple people finally do kind of get together and are trying to take her down. Then of course John Carreyrou finds out about, I know, Popey, right? It was so crazy. And the Wall Street Journal had also done a lot to promote her as well. And then they find out that Rupert Murdoch has also invested in Theranos, and they do this op-ed piece that's supposed to be positive about Elizabeth Holmes. So I love how the way she was finally taken down, though, was Erica Chung reported her to this oversight committee, some federal oversight committee, and they show up and they try to, smoke and mirrors them with this presentation or whatever. Listen, I should have given you a spoiler alert. Too late now. So that's how they end up at least getting shut down, was this government little um, inspector guy shows up and they're like, here, well, we'll just do a PowerPoint presentation. He's like, fuck out of here. Let me in your labs. And, within days is like, this place needs to be shut down. This place is a menace and it's illegal. And then, so as you know, that's kind of where they started to go downhill. And then, of course, hey, Kevin. And then, of course, the SEC goes after them and the feds. Kevin says, Shar, you're in Asheville this weekend. Oh, you're without Mitchell. And you're having it all. You miss your buddy, though. That probably feels weird. Who's Mitchell with? So how are you guys? I love you guys. Hope you're having fun. That sounds amazing. Yay for you. What a beautiful spot. Anywho, so that was my big long rant about the dropout. And it's so it's like a schadenfreude, schadenfreude, and like enjoying the downfall or demise of others. Those Germans come up with some good words, don't they? Grandma in Urbana. Oh, yay. Well, my mom's backup if you need it. Yay, in Urbana. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm so glad, honey. That sounds really fun. Hey, I've got another Margot and Max dress on. I don't know if she's doing lives right now, but isn't it fabulous? Just love this dress. Like a little tall waist and has a little neckline. So I don't know if she's going live. She is running for school board. So go and follow. It's Jadonna Dingus for school board. Listen, she's making a difference already. I mean, she is throwing out posts about accountability of, kids not falling behind in school. And yeah, so that's in Michigan. I'm so proud of her though. She's really, really making a difference. And thank you, Debbie. Isn't it gorgeous? It's really comfortable and long. I'm gonna go meet my friend. Thank you. I got a little junk in my trunk, as you all know, but the rest of it, I'm working on it. Hey, what do you want? I'm 57 years old. Thanks, Poppy. Yeah, I really like that. So go follow Jadonna if you can, or if somebody can pull the link for Jadonna Dingus for school board, and you can go follow her. That would be fabulous because she's just. I mean, when you see everything that's going on in the world, when they're school boards are banning books and all that, Anna says she's following a badass school board candidate. Listen, make sure you know who all your candidates are, y'all. We've got under 2 months right now. Like, who are your sheriffs? Who are your judges? You see some of the shit that's going on in the world with some of these judges coming out of nowhere, good and bad. So, pay attention to that, right? Golly, this week was a little bit of a shit show, wasn't it? I say that every week. It's such a balance, though, of staying, spiritually grounded. And again, like I said, no, like get out there and do some volunteering. I'm doing for the elections. I know my friend here is also working with the election judges. Those who are presiding over that. Of course, we have Jenna Griswold here, who, woo, man, girlfriend is not here to mess around at all as far as anything to do with voter confidence. She is just so amazing. She really, really is. All right, I'm going to pull some cards for you. And then I'm going to go meet my friend Chris Robb. He's a politician in Philadelphia, actually, in Pennsylvania. RABB. He's a really cool guy. I'm pretty excited to see him. I haven't seen him actually since he was here in 2015. All right. So this, my friend Drew will appreciate this because he wrote a book called 7% Slower that he wrote for all of his anxiety community. But I have been reading that a lot. I don't know if you keep getting signs from the universe about what's going on and how you need to slow the fuck down. We have several planets in retrograde, including Mercury. So slowing down is really key because mistakes get made and you may as well just be very, very methodical and mindful about what you're doing. All right. So with that being said, I consciously connect with my meals one bite at a time. I have not pulled this one before. So Drew's book, 7% Slower, talks about doing many, many things 7% slower just to stay mindful and so that you don't get yourself whipped up into a frenzy. And I found that the book so helpful and incredibly annoying at the same time because it was really true. When you slow down and get that mindfulness, it's pretty incredible how you can focus more on things and then just not get, like I said, in a frenzy. But I would call him up and be like, fucking book. That book gets on my nerves. That stupid lizard. He's been on my podcast a couple times. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's what they say. Yeah, this week, Mercury in retrograde. And there are several other planets that are in retrograde as well. All right. So this is not going to... You focus? Focus. All right. Sharing a meal was once a sacred ritual for all living creatures. Though we still depend on food for survival, much of the developed world has forgotten the sacredness of the meal thanks to the easy access and the busyness of life. Read me watching TV while I eat. What if you slowed down, closed your eyes, and dedicated all your senses to each bite of a meal? What is the aroma, texture, and flavor? Where did this food come from? What sacrifice, cultivation, and transportation occurred for this food to end up in your belly, providing you with energy and new life force? Every meal should be a Thanksgiving. I love Drew Linsalata. I love this card. I love this card. You guys, I'm going to take a picture of it and post it. Or Barbara did Drew is what I call Drew. But the book is called 7% Slower. And he also has the podcast called The Anxious Truth. Y'all need to go follow him. But how much do you love this? Well, because I think about this a lot too, especially when I do kind of any type of meat product. What sacrifice, cultivation, and transportation occurred for this food to end up in your belly, providing you with energy and new life force? Man, that's a mindfulness card. That's awesome. I don't even know if I can top that one. That's amazing. This one's cute too. I like this one. And then I'm gonna go because I need to go call a lift. And oops, what happened here? Dang. That's a good thing. The good thing that Heath made these cards so sturdy. I choose love. I try on all shapes, sizes, and colors. By the way, I'm on day 47 of meditating every day. I've been using the Insight Timer. Drew is on that, by the way. Drew Linsalata, Linsalata. And I've meditated for at least 15 minutes every day. I'm very proud of myself. It's not easy. Speaking of mindfulness. Okay. Love is the infinite web that weaves all light, life, and purpose together. It is the glue that makes us passionate and bonkers at the same time. Choosing love does not stop suffering, but it helps you rise above it. We live for love. We create for love. We share ice cream for love. We even die for love. Love is not some massive achievement to strive for. Love is everything. Every glance, conversation, meal, story, and experience. Just like ice cream, try on love of all shapes, sizes, flavors, colors, and more. You might be surprised at what exotic new love you will find. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. I love that. Bill Bennison Morris is here. Hi, love. It's your tomorrow, my friends. Eastern side of Australia. You've been out on the farm. I've seen your pictures, babe. Looks amazing. Yay. Good to see you. And Anna, thank you. Yes, I'm gonna pull up Lyft here. I'm going to a restaurant called Bittersweet in my old stomping ground in Wash Park that I really loved. Let's pull Lyft up right now. All right, so I'm going to, when I get back, or maybe real quick before I go, I'm going to take pictures of these and then I'm going to post them on here because these are such good cards. Hey, Andrew Eisfeld, how are you? How's your new store? Hope everything's going well in Urbana. And I hope you have some fun plans for this weekend. I think, yeah, I'm going to Arizona next Wednesday. I think that's the first day of autumn as well. So it's almost, I mean, next time I talk to you, it's going to be fall. Haha. See it. Have a nice week. See you next fall. Something like that. Remember? Have a nice summer. See you next fall. That's so dumb. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, I loved your pictures down in the country visiting family, so you would see the true side of Australia. Oh my God, it looks gorgeous. I love all the pictures. Maybe post some. Once I get done with this, I think you can post photos in the comments. On that note, on behalf of Gidget, the rescue Frenchie, and myself, come here, Toots. There she is. Oh, the tongue is stuck. Oh, Auntie Popey says hi. Everybody says hi to the Toots. Oh, you smell like a corn chip. Why do dogs smell like corn chips sometimes? Your paws definitely smell like a corn chip sometimes. You're very corn chippy. Yes, you are, Toots. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Thanks, Toots. Okay, we love you. We'll see you next week. Popey loves you. Yes, it does, sis. Yes, it does. All right, we'll see you next week, y'all. Have a good weekend. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye. Bye.